These were some of the craziest arms ever seen in bodybuilding. Next level stuff. Nothing else like it. One of a kind. Mass, shape, veins popping everywhere. These arms had it all. And today, we're diving deep into how they were built.
People say your arms get worked indirectly when you do chest and shoulders, and when you do back, your biceps get a bit of work, but it's like any body part. It's like anything. If you want it to grow, you got to punish it. People want a big chest, they do heaps of chest, they punish chest, they do the same for legs, back, shoulders. So why wouldn't you do the same for arms? If you want them to grow, you got to punish them like any other body part.
There's no other way to get big arms. I mean, there's no shortcuts. There's nothing you can do to cheat it. No easy route. Lee Priest always said he loved training with high volume. Most of the time, that's what he did. High reps, hard sets.
Every time I've done them, I just keep going. I could probably do more, but I just stop after like 2 hours, that's enough.
2 hours on arms?
Exactly. And that's coming from the guy who got voted best arms in the history of the sport, so forget all the other shit on the internet, listen to me.
He trained arms whenever he felt like it. He didn't follow a strict schedule. He went with the feel, but when it was arm day, he made it count. He trained them hard, full intensity. You want big arms? Then you gotta train like you mean it. No half effort, no skipping reps, no shortcuts.
Just like I said, just punish your arms hard, high volume.
Lee usually did around 12 to 15 reps per set, and for arms, he always gave them a separate day. He did supersets, starting with biceps, then right into triceps. He did 5 of them, so that's 10 total exercises, all high volume. By the end, he's done 20 working sets. That's serious work.
20 sets for bis and tris.
First superset, he starts with overhead cable curls. This was one of his go-to exercises for building those mountain-like bicep peaks. He does 12 reps here with a lighter weight just to warm up.
Still warming up here.
At the top of each rep, he squeezes the biceps, full contraction. As the workout goes on, you can literally see his veins popping out all over his arms. Then, right after that, night no rest, he moves straight to rope tricep pushdowns. He does 15 reps here, targeting the triceps brachii, the long head, lateral head, and medial head. Complete tricep engagement, pure volume, pure pump.
You can either do them separately, bis and tris, or superset them together. All works. Or you can do chest and biceps, something like that, and shoulders and triceps on a different day. Yeah, but just punish them hard. Don't take the easy way out saying, oh, they got work doing chest, my triceps, so I don't have to do as many sets and then complain they don't grow. So high volume, heavy weight, 6 to 8 reps on basic movements on cables. Do a few more reps to really get the blood in there. Simple as that.
Okay, now let's move to the next superset. We're starting with incline dumbbell curls. You sit back on an incline bench, and that position forces your arms to do all the work. No cheating, no swinging. Grab 2 dumbbells and explode the weight up, just outside shoulder width. Rhythm is key. Lee keeps that same pace the whole time. Not too fast, not too slow. Just smooth, consistent curls. Rep after rep, he's pumping as much blood as possible into the biceps. That constant tension. That's what made his arms grow. No relaxing, no shortcuts, just straight pressure on the muscle. Then, as soon as he finishes those curls, he drops the dumbbells and moves straight into the superset. This time it's triceps pushdowns. This is one of those go-to exercises for building thick arms. Right after hitting biceps, switching to triceps takes the pump to a whole different level. Your arms feel like they're about to explode. And let's be real. Triceps are what actually make your arms look big. If you're not training them hard, you don't really have big arms. Lee uses the cable crossover machine for this one. He stands tall, grabs the bar tight, and pushes it down with power. Every rep is controlled. Every movement has rhythm. That's the key. Feel the muscle work. He's hitting the outer head of the triceps here, the part that gives your arms that wide, thick look from the side. And just look at his arms now. That pump is insane.
Did you get the striations in his bicep?
Already
got him.
You got a good shot.
Hold it. Squeeze.
That's as exciting as the muscle in the hand, see?
Yeah, Ben,
you think
on
Monday, if it's warm enough,
freaky thing in the world.
No, you just do arms by himself. I wouldn't go doing like heavy tricep workout the day before you go to do chest or shoulders, because then a lot of your push power is going to be gone. Or I wouldn't go have a massive bicep workout the day before back. So I do the major big body parts first and then do arms later. Or if you are going to do something, you can do back one day, then the next day do chest and biceps, and the next day shoulders and tris. But I wouldn't go starting off your week doing arms and then try to do your upper body the next day, because your arms are going to be tired and sore and you might injure them trying to go heavy. So yeah, just save them towards the end of the week, you know. Maybe your last day do arms, unless you're going to incorporate it, like I said, with another body part.
Now we're on to the third superset. First up, machine preacher curls. But this time, it's a slightly different version. The arm pad isn't angled and it's straight, parallel to the floor. That means there's nowhere to hide. Your biceps are doing all the work. Grab the bar at shoulder width and start curling. This movement really locks your arms in. There's no escape, no swinging. Lee doesn't rest much between reps. He just keeps the weight moving, keeping the blood in the muscle. That's how you make the biceps look full. Constant pressure. He explodes the weight up strong, then lowers it slow, getting a deep stretch at the bottom. That stretch? That's where the bicep fibers open up and grow, and right after that, with no time wasted, he moves straight to hammer strength triceps extensions. This one hits the triceps from a different angle, isolating the triceps brachii, the big muscle on the back of the upper arm. It's a killer move to grow that area and give your arms that thick, complete look. And again, Lee doesn't stop moving. Rep after rep, he's building the pump, keeping the blood trapped in the muscle. Always in control, always focused.
Yeah, just like I said, just punish your arms hard, high volume, lots of sets, which isn't really much. If you're going to do 20 sets, 4 exercises, 5 sets on each isn't really that much, or 5 exercises, 4 sets on each. And like I said, if you're moving at a good pace, it's not going to take long, so don't take the cop-out way and say 6 or 9 sets, because it's not enough.
No lie, if you said to me, I've seen Ronnie Coleman, obviously I competed with him, no one could ever blow your mind like Lee Priest looked when he was 21 years. I walked in the gym and I remember like looking at him and saying, how is that even possible?
Now we're on to the fourth superset. He kicks this one off with easy bar curls, one of the most basic but most effective moves for building biceps. This was Lee's go-to for adding serious size and thickness to his arms. He grips the bar just outside shoulder width, stands tall and curls it up with power. At the top, he gives the biceps a hard squeeze, then lowers the bar nice and controlled, keeping tension the whole way. That rhythm? That's what forces the muscle to grow. Every rep is clean, controlled, and focused. Then, as soon as he racks the bar, he heads straight to the cable crossover machine for high pulley overhead triceps extensions. He stands facing away from the machine, holding the V bar behind his head, and just goes to work. This one hits the long head of the triceps, and he's doing more than 20 reps here to keep the volume sky high. You can see it, the triceps are burning, but he doesn't let up. He grips that bar strong and pushes down hard, keeping rhythm the entire time. Feel every rep, Stay in control. That's how you build real size. It's amazing to see his triceps in action. You can literally see every separation pop out right there. Now we're at the 5th and final superset, and we're closing it out with a classic, alternating dumbbell hammer curls. This movement's been around forever for a reason. It works. The basics always work. You don't need fancy, just real effort. Hammer curls hit both the biceps brachii and the brachialis. That muscle underneath that adds thickness to your arms. Lee grabs 2 dumbbells, not super heavy, and just curls them one after the other. Every rep is clean and controlled. No swinging, just focused work. As soon as he racks those dumbbells, he grabs one more for the finisher. Single arm, overhead dumbbell tricep extensions. No rest, straight into it. He's pressing the dumbbell up, rep after rep, just grinding through the burn. And just think about it. You're working biceps and triceps back to back like this, non-stop. Imagine the pain, the burn, the pressure. Right now, he's fully pumped. His arms are maxed out, blood-filled and swollen. And honestly, that's what you want. That's the pump that builds size. That's how you grow.
But I've always done high volume, 6 to 8 reps, heavy weight. On some movements, cables, and that cable curl, tricep push downs, I do 10 to 12, maybe 15 reps, but always high volume, 20 sets minimum. And if you look back, Sergio Oliva, Arnold, Bertil Fox, a lot of guys that had the big arms or did high volume.
And finally, Lee doesn't skip forearms. Even though he's already got insane forearm genetics, he still goes in for a full forearm session here. You can see him doing dumbbell wrist curls, 20 reps on each arm, and he's doing 3 full sets. Just look at those veins popping out all over his forearms. The size is crazy. Normally, most of the time Lee didn't train forearms because he was just naturally gifted with thick, powerful forearms, so he didn't really need to work them.
I never normally do this, but you know, because the camera's here, I thought I'd do a little bit of forearm.
But when he does hit them, man, it's a wrap. Check out that pose, but that's the money shot right there. Those forearms are next level. Looks like Popeye from the cartoon.